welcome to Super Important Reviews. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And we are...
No intro for the Geek Chest on this one, Steve?
Nah, I remember this is for Super. Because NECA was kind enough to send these for a review, so they're coming up over here.
But you guys should definitely go subscribe to the Geek Chest channel because we do put out great content over there, too.
Content.
We
don't put out contacts. That's rude.
I'll put out contacts if somebody pays enough money. I'll tell you where Steve lives.
You know what? They paid me enough money. I tell them where I live too. I think on a sad note, this is the last NECA Godzilla we're ever going to review.
That's not true. We're just going to get so desperate for views on Geek Chest, we'll bring the old ones and review.
Well, technically, there's other ones we can review, but this is like the last new one.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Per se. Because if you guys didn't already know, the line is officially dead after this. After this, we have some, speaking of for this channel anyways, we got some Abridged reviews coming out, so you'll get to see Shin and Red again, doing the 89 into 2003, because they were also kind of sent us those, even though we did reviews for Super, for the Geek. So for over here, we're doing the Abridged ones. Then I've had a review on Patreon forever, because I've been so busy that I haven't been able to do any more videos for this channel. Go check out our Patreon. This stuff would have been up there in advance. Just to let you know. Like when the Bio Godzilla was up, this one was already there.
You know what? I'll just go play Lollipop Chainsaw. That only goes to Patreon exclusively.
Yeah, we've been trying to slowly get more content. There's also a Discord if you guys like to communicate with us and other like-minded people. That's also a tier on there. It's $3.
I think we have, what, 8 people in there now?
I think so. It's like 7 or 8. Like, it's been none for a while, and it just like, boom, we got a bunch of people. And would love to have more, because we can make extra groups to have like specific discussions for like Monster Arts, X+, us things other than Godzilla.
Butt plus.
No. Well, they're paying for it. I'm like, why not? I guess. But anyways, this is from the film Godzilla Tokyo SOS. If you guys haven't seen it, it's good. It's alright for a movie.
It's a good humor movie. It's so bad it makes me laugh, Steve.
It's not that bad. Like really? I think it's fine.
Really?
There's that Godzilla.
Really?
Alright, so this is gonna be a long intro, but we were talking about this a long time. It's like Godzilla's like one of these franchises I love, and for most like franchises, for the most part, even like when the movies aren't quite that good, I still like them, right?
I didn't say
like I'll still watch them.
It's just this SOS to me is so cheesy that it's actually kind of funny.
Like I would say I like the first one better, personally.
Yeah.
It's not like Star Wars where like I love me some Star Wars, but you would have to pay me to watch Last Jedi again. Which is odd because, like, of all the Star Wars movies, like, even the prequels, I don't really mind. Attack of the Clones, though, is kind of a hard watch for me.
Don't forget, you're the one who paid to watch that.
Alright, so without further ado, for the packaging, it has one of the other posters on it where Godzilla's losing an eyeball. Kiryu's already lost an eye. Mothra's on fire. You have the logo on the bottom here. Side package, more the same. Right? Same on the top. More explosions with electricity. Back of the package, you get all the Maser bars all the time. Shows you the Godzilla. The bottom here is the same as the previous one, so we're not going to really go over that. We did a full review of the original on the Geek Chest. If you guys haven't checked that out, please do. But on the back, or inside here, you see the Maser Godzilla.
Piece of paper.
Yep. It's the heat thing. Trying to show the back. Get out of there. You can see, I think it's Tokyo Tower on the back of the package. Not too shabby. I like it. It's not the best box, but still pretty spiffy.
No, I appreciate what NECA's been doing with boxes.
Yeah, the box has been great. Like for the most part, like I'd like to display it like this more so than having it open. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get him open up out of his, well, it's already open up out of his cardboard prison. Let's just get into it. Alright, so now that we got the Hyper Maser Godzilla open up out of his cardboard prison, first and foremost, you got to attach his tail from the packaging. We'll say Arnes did a good job of getting this on in the live unboxing we did up on the Geek Chest. But
brute
if you guys,
strength, baby, brute strength. That'd be good for something,
right? If you guys have a hard time getting the tail on, it's recommended to use a hairdryer or even just hot water.
Or just hire Arnes.
Or yeah, you could hire Arnes too. Not the best option, I would think, but you could.
Oh, you shut up.
Anyways, he doesn't really come with any other accessories, just like the previous one for the 2003. Might have been kind of cool. because like when he's getting blasted, maybe he could have been doing a blast himself. Or
Did you fix his jaw?
No.
Close it. Whoa.
So it's not much better. Thanks for reminding me. I probably should go hair dry that real quick while we're moving on. So for a closer look at details, because I'm going to adjust that. Just so you guys can see, it came out of the package a little funky. But that's
You took one too many from Kiryu's.
Right? It's from the Maser, man. He got blasted and it kind of messed up his face a little bit. But it's nothing hair dryer can't fix. So we'll do that and then a closer look at his details. Alright, so first head sculpt, you can kind of see, you got to shift a little bit. Just pretty much you heat it up. You shift it over, you hold it till it cools a little bit, see where it lands, keep repeating process. Only did one pass, but still not too bad. Inside of his mouth has a nice blood red glossy paint job for the tongue, teeth, or done any bone coloring. You kind of see on the bottom here, it's got the yellow here for the starting of the Maser. But the top of the Kaiju, eyes are looking nice and forward. Overall head sculpt, pretty good for the movie. Still has an issue with the shoulders here, which I think are kind of exacerbated a little bit because of the paint job. Because where it lifts up, you lose some of the detailing. So if you, depending on the way you have the neck shifting,
Yeah, which is
it's not quite lined up. Which is mostly the same problem we mentioned with the original, right?
Yeah.
Is that it's kind of got like the McFarlane problem where you could pose it.
But you're limited to poses.
Yeah, but it looks weird. So you're mainly just gonna be sitting on a shelf like this. That, and I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but like with our previous review, I kind of wish the way they did this. I almost wish that they just would have made it one solid piece. I know that might have upset some people because it'd be limiting us on articulation. But then again, this isn't really articulation. Because that, or like maybe having the slit go through the neck and just kind of messing up his cobra neck thing going on. But I think just making this one solid piece, I think would have worked really well for it anyways. Because you still got like articulation with the head. And yeah, not a super big fan of this. Like I get it, but I think there might have been better options.
I understand what they did, but they could have done a better job.
Yeah. With the arms, it's kind of weird too because it sits kind of low and you can adjust it accordingly to kind of get it to work, if you will. But it's just an odd thing. Also with the Maser detailing, because as you can see with the front here, he's got the scar here, he's got the white. It's also got the gloss here again. Just like we had with the one that we reviewed. The one we got for the unboxing that we did over up in the Geek Chest 2 did not have the gloss there. But this has gloss. It's kind of odd. But you do get the white here for where the blast happens. So it's more like concentrated here. And then it spreads out into the yellow, which fans into the electricity going across the side where the white kind of transitions into. And I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of got the Spitfire issue a little bit where it seems slightly excessive. But not nearly as bad. Because like the way the blast hits, you imagine it'd be like right here.
Yeah.
Light refracting. You're going to have his like arms kind of upright. Makes sense. And then it kind of trickles with the damage. I don't quite understand the legs though. Is where I think my major issue is, because I don't think the light would really hit here very well, and especially under the tail.
They should have just done the Pirate Godzilla missing the eye.
Just had like the exploding like right here.
Yeah.
Has like the
Since he didn't come with no accessories,
Goblin Slayer?
just give me a head accessory with damaged eye.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
Right?
But I think it's just a little odd. It kind of gives him a dirty look, which I'm all for.
He a dirty boy.
Right? You'll notice on the back here too, he's got some sporadic blues for his dorsal spines, which is a little strange. You got the blue here down the center here, which kind of comes on to this spike here. You have it on this section here. That's really about it. It kind of gives more like he's going to be doing his atomic blast. It's kind of like flickering.
Charging.
Yeah. I think it's the look that they're trying to go for, which is different per se. Not my favorite, but The way that they did the coloring, I think, is something I would like to see more on like some of the Spitfires, though. So.
Yeah, because the coloring's pretty good on it, actually.
Yeah, it's not like super oversprayed or anything, so I think it looks pretty good. It's just would have been maybe nice to have seen on some more of the spines, but not too shabby overall. For the rest of the detailing, he does have the hard spikes on here, but they're super flexible, so you don't have to worry about hurting yourself. Tail has a bunch of segmenting sections going all the way down. We showed the under section where it's kind of got like that snake belly going on. Toes look super gnarly, painted nicely. Also have a little bit of like the white lightness on the top there, which is a nice little touch. Nails on the hands look pretty good as well. So overall, like detail wise, I think he's pretty nice. Again, like we mentioned, the neck here I think is the biggest hindrance for this guy, but I think like static pose wise, he still looks really nice. And the paint job, while not as crazy as some of the Spitfire ones they've done, still pretty neat. I think it gives it a little bit of variety for your shelf anyways. But I think could maybe use a couple little extra pieces. It's kind of odd because I think I could use a little bit less paint in certain sections and a little bit more in others. So we'll get into it more in final thoughts, but not too bad. For his articulation, head can look up, down about that far. You can shift it left and right, also side to side. Mouth can open and close. This, you can get him sideways if you want, because that's a look. Can wiggle side to side. His arms can go up and down. They also can shift on the ball joint there. Can go forward, back, rotation at the elbow. Has a bend at the elbow. Hinge on the hand. Can rotate all the way around. Has a second hinge there too, so you can wave in at people if you want. At the chest area, it's there, but there's not too much going on. For the legs, high note, this one doesn't pop out like the previous one, but you can get them out about that far, in about that far. Forward kick. You can pretty much get that bad boy all the way around. Rotate it at the knee. Bend at the knee. Rotation at the foot. Foot can go side to side, forward and back. And the tail, bunch of ball joints, which is nice too because unlike a lot of the neck Monster Arts figures, this one actually holds its pose very well. Straighten up about that far, and also can get side to side. And one thing to mention too is the tip of the tail is a bendy wire. So do be careful because the wire can pop out, but not too bad. Not too bad if I do say so. And for some quick comparisons here, we have the Hyper Maser Godzilla compared next to some other of the last NECA Godzilla figures we're getting, sadly, with the Biolante Bio 1989 and the regular 2003. And because they're still handing out down here, here he is next to some other NECA Godzilla figures with the 1962 and Poster or Atomic 2019. And here he is with some SC Sponsors figures with the Heavy Arms Kiryu from the same film and the 2002 Godzilla. And here is some Kong Playmates figures with the Skull Island Kong and the Godzilla vs. Kong. And finally, here he is with some other random NECAs in my collection with the Kenner Tribute Aliens figures of the Colonial Marine Drake and the Rhino Alien. Alright, so overall for the Hyper Maser Godzilla 2003, this figure is... I like it.
It's good for what it is, but preferably if I could only buy one, I would personally buy the original over this.
I don't know. Because like I said with the 2003 for the previous one, I didn't like it as much as the 89, and I think there is other Godzillas in the line that are better than the 2003, but I still don't think he's bad per se.
No, he's not.
It's just, like, I would much rather have this over, say, like, the 84, even the old 94, 95s, stuff like that. But definitely not quite a top contender for the Godzilla line from them, but still a really solid addition. Now with the Hyper Maser, I kind of like the way the color is on them because it definitely gives you a lot of variety on your shelf, which we mentioned a lot with these Spitfires is that you just don't get like that stagnant like charcoal color on your display. That and most other figure companies aren't going to really be giving you a figure of Godzilla being blasted by another monster.
No, and that's what I appreciate about NECA is, well, they used to go all and out in varieties, and now it's just...
Yeah, because even if some of the if some of the alternate figures didn't really like strike the right chords, at least like they were throwing stuff out there that you wouldn't really be able to get. Because even with like a lot of the Spitfires, and even like the poster versions, there's like the game versions, like nobody else is going to be giving us those things. And I always really liked them because, again, it just gave you like more options for the display.
Yeah, like I'm looking at like the alien section. You know which one stands out? The new Rhino one, because it's different color variants and he actually stands out.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the Kenners and the video game ones are the ones that really give you like a lot of variety.
Yeah.
For those ones. And it's the same with the Godzilla figures. So I'd recommend it to you guys, especially if you like more unique figures. This one's definitely a nice addition and still a really solid 2003. Because like for your like Monster Arts Kiryu, outside of NECA Monster Arts actually doing one, because they only done the 2002 for the Heavy Arms Kiryu, this is really the only option. It's definitely the best option.
Yeah, when you look at it that way, yeah, it's definitely the best option.
It just makes me sad that the Monster Arts Kiryu doesn't have a beam effect to go with the Maser look.
Yeah.
Is the only thing, so you have to get a little creative with that, but it's not super hard to do. What do you guys think? Have you guys picked up this figure? What's your favorite NECA Godzilla variant, or is Marmots destroying more you think? Please let us know in the comments. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. You guys like to keep up to date with the channel and donate. We greatly appreciate it. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.